Hey yo, I'm sorry I didn't mean to cut out on you guys, but I accidentally hit the button, the stop button. But what I was saying about, being a lone wolf and everything, even with Pastor Dami, he do his thing. That's not me, you know. Never went to his congregation, but he does his thing. It is what it is. But that's why I got the, see that wolf, 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 wolf. Walk of faith, man. You gotta walk not by sight. Okay, I walk not by sight, but by faith. Okay, that's what I do, man. Look, and I tell you, man, it's been a while, man, since I've been out here. It's been a very long time since I've been out here, man, and I've been doing my thing, So, but anyway, getting back to the whole Hebrew Israelite thing, I said that's like, it's unnecessary. I mean, a Jew's a Jew. But I took a DNA test, man, get into that, because people out here thinking well, now they know. I ain't speaking a message of hate, man, on these corners like some of these, you know, so-called Jews are. I can't tell you if they not, I didn't do a DNA test with, you know, of them. I did a DNA test of myself, okay, back in Dearborn, okay, back in Dearborn. I was staying in the motel right up the street from my father's, right? It's wonderful. I was on my own, man. Then I went back to my dad's house, but that's a different story. That's a different story. But anyway, um, so like, I did 7 years of research, man. 7 years of research. I had all these books, you know, and I found out that I was a descendant of the Limba tribe. Now, the Limba tribe, the Bantu people, they are classified as a Bantu people. I found slave logs and everything of Hebraic people, you know, Hebrew names, my ancestors. So I tracked it down. I even found my family crest. Okay? Yeah, I found all this stuff. And I did the research and I educated myself. That's why I didn't want to go back to school. My father didn't understand that. I was better off educating myself, man. I've been doing it my whole life. Now, I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy. I'm not. But I prefer self-education or being autodidactic, which just means you teach yourself, without a need of an expert. So, and that's what that means, man. So I did that 7 years of research. It's about 8 now. I mean, and I found proof. I can go into my ancestry right now. I mean, I had the books and everything, man. And I've tracked down the people, my DNA and everything, so I know who I am. So I'm dealing with a great deal of anti-Semitism. You know, I am a Jew. Regardless if people want to acknowledge it or not, the people of the Bible were black. A so-called black, what people call, even the Bible dictionary speaks about it. Not everyone that has dark skin is a Jew. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Um, color. Okay, color is not race. That's why I don't identify with black. Okay, color is not race. Okay, race is customs, practices. Okay, customs and practices. Linguistics, a language of your own, and a God all your own. Okay, it's a system. A system, a unified system of all of this makes a people. Okay, there's no such thing. Okay, these black and white classifications. I'm not pro-black. I'm pro-truth. Okay, see, I study truth. I don't study color. Okay, that's ridiculous. And you find yourself getting caught up in the back and forth of the whole black and white, the whole black and white thing. It's just real ridiculous because there's no such thing. The powers that be created that concept because they didn't respect culture, and so they wanted to break everybody down, and tear them from their own cultural understanding of where they come from and who they are, their heritage, because they wanted to break everybody down into Luciferianism, and that's just what it is, destroying culture. That's why they call it the melting pot. So that's where that comes from. See, the only reason why I'm out here, I'm able to do this because I know who I am, and the strength that I have, and the calmness that I have, and this is why I do what I do, because I know who I am. The Lord has showed me my future. He showed me what He was going to do in my life. He told me to keep studying those languages, and I was studying. I was learning things. I'm studying a few languages. I'm not really going to get into that, um, you know, and I do what I can. But what I have to do in the daytime, at night I stay up. So this would be my talking point. In the day I find somewhere to sleep. I pop up a chair, and I sleep for a few hours, and I try to do it at 4, but in the morning, though, right at the crack of dawn, because I don't feel comfortable going to sleep because, I had these young men following me too, even down here. And I had an episode, PTSD, but they were taking pictures on my backside. I dropped my cart and it was really heavy to pick up. You see all this stuff? Okay, it wasn't, all this was not on here before. I have more stuff now, okay? But, and I thought they were going to come and help me. I'm seeing flashes and I'm turning around, and I see people taking pictures of me, okay? I said, here we go again with this homosexuality. It's called homoerotics, okay? But look, I ain't gay, man. Father thought I was gay. My brothers and sisters wanted me to be gay. And, I didn't appreciate that, man. It's like the only way I can be accepted into my family if I'm a homosexual, or I give myself respect, man, my dignity. I got to bend over, and spread my cheeks, man, and give my manhood. And I say that in a metaphorical sense, or an analogy. Yeah, I would say, in comparison to my dignity, man. In comparison to my dignity, if I personify my dignity as a representation of myself and giving it human qualities, personification, my manhood, man. So pretty much, and that's what it is, bro. So I said, look, like I said, I'm not homophobic. My father is, though. I don't care, dude. Like, you do you. But at the end of the day, man, I'm out here. This is my resting time, and I gotta get moving again. I don't want these cops thinking I'm loitering. They'll come by, but they stepping on eggshells now because I got dirt on them. Man. I got so much dirt on this place, man. I've been down here since September 20th, since my birthday. September 20th, 22nd, I got the car. I got the dog. He gave me a car, dog. He gave me a car that was a dud, but I was still driving around in. And a lot of people was blessing me, helping me out. A lot of people was only helping me out because the ramifications of what's to come because of the libel. If you don't understand what libel is, let me tell you, okay? Libel is beyond defamation. It's when someone publicizes something about you, okay? Okay? And I ain't talking about the court of public opinion because a lot of those people were half-brained, half-cocked, not cocked at all when it comes to the actual foundation of reality-based facts, information to justify your actions and your mistreatment of me in the court of law. You can't do it, nor in heaven or on this earth. So all these people that, are taking in this harassment, including my family and stuff, they're going to get theirs, man. It is what it is. I forgive them. At the end of the day, I got to keep moving, man. Hey, it's funny because my pop said, I'll tell you what he said, though. It's real messed up, though. The Lord allowed me to reveal something to me about my pops and my mom, right? So I was there visiting my mom, which was a terrible mistake. I gotta go back and give her a key after I get out this situation, but I'm blessed. So anywho, and peep game, man. They were on the phone together, plotting against me. So my father pretended like he didn't know I was there, but he already knew. He would say things under his breath, double-handed or backhanded compliments. It's just what he does, man. He have no respect for me. I said, look, you got no respect for me. Thus, I don't have any respect for you. In the sense that, hey, look, you're my father. You're my father biologically, but not in experience, man. And everybody gonna know my story, dude. So regardless of what you say, okay? Same thing with my brothers and sisters, man. I'm coming for heads, man. I'm gonna tell the truth, like it is, man. I've been out here, man, suffering. My family, my father was just watching it like it was just entertainment, man. HBO Max. Okay? Okay? So that's what it is, man. I mean, look, I want to get my movie rights, man. Okay? I never signed up for this movie. But, bro, I'm going to get my movies rights, though. I'm going to get my movie rights, man. So it is what it is. But it just don't, the people want to come at me like that. Come at me like I'm, soft. Like I'm somebody's punk. I'm not. I'm a minister, but it doesn't mean I have to bend over for anybody. Bend over and say, Red Rover, Red Rover. Won't you come over, man? Come on, man. Like I said, man, I ain't gay, man. But it is what it is. I took a vow perpetually, okay, to be a eunuch, an ascetic Jew, which was Christ was an ascetic Jew and Paul was. You pretty much separate yourself from any kind of sex. I never had sex, man. I never even kissed a girl before. So it's a blessing, you know. It's called Matthew chapter 19, verse 12. There are some eunuchs that are born eunuchs of their mother's womb. There are some eunuchs that are made eunuchs of men or by men. And there are some eunuchs that become eunuchs for heaven's sake. If you can receive it, then receive it. And that's what it is. So this is what I do. Okay? This is what I do. So my dog acting up. But so pretty much, man, I've been out here, and not only that, but check this out, liable if you publicize anything, any of that, and you cause loss of wages, okay, which I have, homelessness. That's why I say I'm willingly homeless, because, dude, I was working my behind off, man. I was out there working three jobs, okay, 3 jobs, man. And I was applying to 16, 20 different tip agencies. I kept getting fired, man, because I kept standing up for myself, man. And they didn't like that. They said, well, hey, look, we're going to have to fire him because he a liability, man. These people are not going to stop harassing him. I hear these conversations, man. I got videos, pictures of people, and people that employed me firing me, man. And I handled legal documentation, okay? So I got them, man. I took pictures. I had made videos. I handed videos of them taking the documentation, which she didn't know I was recording her. So I got to go back and take care of that. It's in Belfield, Michigan. I can't remember the name of the place, but I got it saved. I've been through so much stuff. I was recorded back in 2019, second week of February, by some woman, hey, look, and I mean no disrespect, but you hoe for doing that. By some hoe named Tatiana. Didn't do anything to her. She had a boyfriend named Christian, but she focusing on me. They were sitting up there, watching me, man. Cock watchers, man. Just watching me, man. I call them cock watchers, man. I mean no disrespect. I ain't trying to be vulgar, but that's what it is, man. They were sitting up there watching me, man. Everything that I did and stuff. And then she recorded me and spreaded that. So I've known for a while, man. But, it was hard to find the material. I had to find proof. I was going in libraries and stuff in Michigan. I was getting harassed, and I started getting harassed in the church. It was crazy. And I used to be a Christian. And I couldn't understand, being a Christian, why the obsession with penis. And I'm a logical thinker, man. I'm a logical dude. So I said, wait a minute. So I started studying I didn't understand the spirit that I was dealing with. And the Lord gave me a gift. And I don't know if you know what the Sing Past the Veil is, but it's a gift. Pretty much it's just discernment. It's being able to pick up on things that you normally wouldn't be able to pick up on. So it's just discernment. I'm not going to get too much into that, and the Lord will bless you with other gifts of discernment and amplify that the more you suffer. So that's why I love the battlefield. I love being in the battlefield, and I say, look, Lord, keep me in the battlefield. So this video is only going to be about 16 minutes, But so pretty much what I'm saying is, I'm out here, I'm just relaxed. The cops haven't come by yet. I just moved, so I'm not doing nothing. They already know I got a reputation down here. A good one. A good one. I say a good one in the sense that, hey, look, I've never victimized anybody. Everything I've been through, I'm quite sane. I still have a, I would say, sober personality. Relatively sober personality. That's not been stained by bitterness. So, I can articulate myself well enough to defend myself, and I have a few times with the law. I had to. I can tell you more about the people's houses I stayed at that we're trying to get fresh with me, so to speak. But that's more. It's about 14 minutes and to this video, 40 seconds just about. And I ain't gonna get into the detail because I gotta keep moving and I'll stop. But I'm posting all this online, and I was saving it on my phone and stuff like that. But I said, wait a minute, I want the world to see what these people have done to me, what they're trying to do, what Satan is trying to do to me. I'm not going to allow him to come into my life. You don't allow Satan to come into your life, because it's really, I have love for these people, but it's really Satan behind them. It's not the people themselves, but they give themselves over to Satan. 'Cause you got a lot of these believers out here that know very well gossiping, backbiting, okay, bearing false witness against your neighbor, okay. These are all commandments. Christianity, man. I left Christianity for that reason, man. The worship of the Bacchus, which is a representation of the cross. Man, boy, love, pederasty. You can look this stuff up, man. Or the Ankh from the Egyptians. I say, bear your cross. I said, no, I bear my tree. You know, hung on a tree. You gotta hang on that tree, man. He was hung on a tree, man. If you get into the etymology and studying the Hebrew, Latin, and so forth, which my name is Aliyan, so yours, Marian. Okay, that's what that's my name, or Esm. People just call me Esm. So the Lord been calling me that before I even went through my transition, and getting into that, the police releasing information, as well as my mom, and pertaining to that, as well as my mom, which people have been using that to harass me, as well as my mom putting a missing person report out on me. So this is all the stuff I'm going through, man. I said 16 minutes, man. All right, I'm out. I'll continue this video later. It's a lot of information I can get into, but the dirt. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, my folks were talking. They say, look, all that hard work for nothing. You know, he's only going to be successful because of the lawsuit money. And I said, look, I don't got the lawsuit money, man, and I don't need that lawsuit money to be successful. I mean, sure, it's going to help because I can't work because I'm held as a liability because I'm standing up, not allowing myself to be bullied. Same thing with these races down here. They ever so racist down here. Even the black community, man. I tell you, and that's why I don't identify with them, man. I don't identify with that terminology, black, but I identify with the struggle, okay? But no, that's a byword, man. I'm a Jew. I got DNA. I got DNA proof to prove that, you know. So that's what it is. It's derogatory to me. I have a history. I don't need to go by a name by um, others. A name by what others produced, or name me as if I'm an animal, so to speak. I'm not. I have a culture, history, customs, practices, and a God. Before whoever came along with that name, derogatorily put, and that's just not who I am. But it is what it is, guys. I gotta be out. I gotta keep moving. I walk these streets in the night, and I'll tell you what. I'll make this video a little bit longer because then after that I gotta go find somewhere to sit down. I gotta read the word, and I guess I'll make it 30 because they can only record so much. But for the most part, this is what I do, man. This is what I do. I struggle every day, but I gotta be strong. You got to have mental wherewithal. I remember when I had that 4th grade education, right? I was in, Port Huron and stuff. High school was a bust. I didn't learn jack. I had a 4th grade education, man. The first paper I ever wrote was in college, man. My uncle taught me how to write. I was writing things backwards. I'm dyslexic. And also, you can't discriminate against someone for being dyslexic. I've been discriminated against for being dyslexic, for being a Jew, an actual Jew, not a convert or Hebrew Israelite, an actual Jew. I'm just a Jew. I'm a Hebrew. That's it. Okay? I'm not none of that extra stuff. You come on, man. But it is what it is. That's a different topic for another day. But you can't discriminate against someone, okay, for at work, okay, or just the law itself, okay. This is the law, okay, all around. You can catch people with this, man. Certain places you got to check those laws, man. Study that law. I'm studying that law. I got to defend myself. But most importantly, the law of the Bible. You got to love. You got to forgive your enemies. I forgive my family, but I'm ready to move on with my life, man. I'm good. I've been out here for this long, surviving without them, and they made it. My uncle would tell me, he would feed information to other people, and I would tell him about my ills, about everything that was happening to me. He thought it was funny, and that's what he did. He really did me dirty, So when I walked away from everything, it was crazy. And I tell you, man, it was amazing. But you can't discriminate against somebody for their religion, their race, their sexuality. I'm a heterosexual Jew. I emphasize that now. I have to tell people I'm a heterosexual Jew, man. Don't come at me like that. You know, I don't get down like that. But so, you know, or standing up for their civil liberties. You can't do that. Or having a disability, which I have. I'm dyslexic. I write everything in my journals, dude, because I write. I still write. I got journals and stuff, but I write the same thing. I write calendars and stuff like that, and I write everything backwards, man. Now I can write forward too, but let me tell you how I learned though. Check this out. Bless my uncle, but unfortunately, we had to go our different ways. But I love him though. I love my family, man. But I gotta give myself respect. I said I ain't doing that. I'd rather be out here on these streets and have my self-respect and dignity, man, to be disrespected by my family like that, man. Because they want me to be a boy, but I'm a man, and they will respect that. If they don't, they can kick rocks. And that goes for anybody. But anyway, you see, me being on these streets, man, has been a wonderful thing. Okay, and I tell you, getting back to my uncle, because I talk in circles. I've been up for a little while. But I learned how to write. So I was about 6. My mom gave up on me, of course. Father was, I don't know where he was, man. I don't know where he was. Only thing that man ever taught me is how to make oatmeal. I remember he sat down and told me. He said, son, what he told me, man. Son, I'm gonna teach you something today. An idiot can make oatmeal, and that just describes our relationship. Right there, man. That's our relationship. But anywho, love my father. Don't want to disrespect the man, but I'm just calling it out like it is, man. It's the truth. If you don't want you telling the truth, I'm telling my story, man. Everybody gonna know. The devil is not gonna shut me up, man. I said this man is a coward. I went to God, and I wanted to face him. Everything that he done to me, I didn't want to go live and hide away in my father's or mother's house or nothing like that. I said I'm gonna face him, man. So Lord, give me the green light. Gave me the green light. I've been out here facing the devil. I said, he's attacked my family. He's attacked my finances. He's attacked my dreams. He's attacked my very character. He even tried to take my butt through other people, man. So I said, bump this, man. I said, Lord, I ain't going out like this, man. I said, if I'm going to die, I'm going to choose to die standing up with my head held high. I said, and when I have troubles in life, a lot of times I will walk. So this is my walk of faith. So I said, bump this, man. So I was out there in a broken down rental car, and nobody was coming. I just got done getting off the phone with my uncle, and I just cut him off at that point because he was just a distraction and very toxic. So at that point, and it's about to be 30. But I will say this: he helped me write, teach me how to write, because I kept writing things backwards. And I'm gonna get back to the story. And Wildwood, Georgia was just a decent place, decent people, man. But anyway, so I'm out there. I'm sitting out there with my uncle. He took me in for a little while, just for a weekend. But I had to do all the legwork. I had to, and I still didn't know how to write, even a paper, even an essay. I learned that in college. But I would write poems a lot. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I did. I sat up there and he said, well, he couldn't figure it out. He said, man, you keep writing things backwards. He said, but then he had an epiphany. He said, look, don't tell anybody. But you like to draw, right? And I said, yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I'm a kid. Yeah, cheesing and stuff, kid, try to do a kid voice, So the thing was, he said, well, nephew, and his voice is a bit deep, He said, well, nephew. He said, for now on, I tell you to write, you draw. Okay? Now draw. Draw 5. Drew a 5 perfectly. Draw 2. Drew a 2 perfectly. So, and this is what happened down the line. So I associate writing with drawing. So I still write backwards, and that's why studying the Hebrew, the Aramaic, the Shemitic languages is perfect for me because I can understand it quite well, actually. So, matter of factly, but it is what it is. That's a different story. I'm not getting into that because I'm not talking about that. That's a different story. But my passion for languages and my gift in them. My studies have been halted because of my constant moving and the constant harassment. I mean, a lot of people know now what I'm about, my gifts, so forth and other around here, so they don't really do much anymore. And you know, the power of prayer and the fast that I do, which I don't tell anybody, but for the most part, the God is definitely with me. Doing these blogs, video blogs, and just keeping it moving from here. But this is the stuff I go through, man. I never understood how my family could hate me so much, man. But I love them. So I was stuck out there, and you know, and that's just for another video that I'm gonna have to put up here because it's getting kind of long. It's getting kind of drawn out. I gotta start walking. But I'm gonna say this if I got time, 5 minutes and two, less than that. I was stuck out there, and let me tell you how I got out. I fasted for I fasted for 11 days, man. No, no, I didn't. I fasted for 13 days off of water. I remember I was doing a 2 week fast, and I already started the fast. But you know, I was driving, I was out there Uber, and I kept getting hit. You know, kept hitting me, man. People making it hard for me. So you know, I was gonna just drive the car back and just walk on foot and just minister. I was traveling and trying to minister too and work at the same time. It's the only work I could find, man. Seriously, it's hard out here being a heterosexual Jew. So it is what it is, man. But so what happened was, man, I was out there and I said, bump this, man. I got into it with my uncle. I just, you know, I lost the. After that, I lost the phone for like months, man, almost a year. Didn't have a phone, so I just cut off. Just like, dog, my uncle, man, you just disrespected me. You know, put me on speaker and stuff. Him and Aunt Carolyn and Grandpa Bo just laughing at my situation and stuff. You know, my Grandpa Bo accused me of being a pedophile because he couldn't understand how people could accuse me of these things and it not be true. Then he couldn't understand how certain people are just terrible and they just do things, man. There's no proof on this, man. I got no charges on me. So pretty much I was out there and Wildwood, Georgia, man, driving all over, man. I could tell you about the places I've been, you know, but getting to the point, I was dying out there, like Elijah. Like the Lord calls me Elijah. You know, that's what my name means. Aliyan means Elijah. I can get more into my name, but I'm not going to do that for time's sake. I can do that in another video. But I was out there and I leaned against the juniper tree, as Elijah did when Jezebel sent out messengers to say, as you have done to the prophets of Baal, I will do unto you. Because he had killed the prophets of Baal and proving and telling the people, how long will you stand between two opinions? Either you serve the God of Baal or you serve the God of your forefathers, or Yah. That means God in Hebrew, or Allah. E-L-A-H, not A-L-L-A-H, the God of the Quran. I don't believe in the Quran. Allah, E-L means God in Hebrew, okay? That's what that means. So I say Allah or Alihim, or I say different Hebrew names, but, you know, for all those who think that I'm Islam, I'm not Islam, dude. Priests wore turbans, and that's why I wear turbans, okay? It was a sign of beauty and humility unto God, and that's why I wear my turbans, man, because I'm very serious about what I do. So, but the thing was, man, it was crazy. I was out there and I leaned up against the juniper tree, the back seat of the car. And after the 13 days, I ran out of water. I didn't have but pennies in my pocket. And I was stuck out there for 3 weeks. You know, I started to fast earlier before then, but I was stuck out there for 3 weeks. So I ended the fast maybe the second week. Yep, second week. And I was stuck out there. And I just said, Lord, just give me a morsel of bread. I said, look, if it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. But if not, give me a morsel of bread, just something. Just a morsel of bread. Because I love bread. I love khubz. That's Arabic for bread. Khubz is one of my favorite words in Arabic. It's the favorite word in Arabic, actually. Khubz. 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 I'm sorry, I like saying that. Khubz. I still remember my teacher and them teaching me that. I love languages. I love Arabic because I can write it backwards, man. It makes sense. Khubz. Khubz. I love saying that. I love it, man. But so pretty much, man. What I do is, man, I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next video because it's getting late. I can finish the story of the the juniper tree and me leaning back against the back seat as the juniper tree, as Elijah did when he walked away and ran, took it and walked in the wilderness. All right, shalom.